there has been scandal on social media about egg freezing. So you find a lot of women who are career women like yourself, they froze their eggs, and then when it's time to have the children, they're saying the eggs are not viable. Or maybe out of this, assuming, let's say you freezed 10 eggs, you're told you only have 2 viable eggs. I have 2 questions. Does that scare you? And how expensive or cheap is it to do egg freezing?
Yeah. So look, that's always a possibility. So the whole thing about egg freezing came for women who had cancer. That's when they started doing this many years ago. It's obviously better to freeze the egg with the sperm in it. So you don't have to defrost, put the sperm, refreeze. I mean, the more you play with anything, the worse it is. So yeah, it freezes me because I don't know. I mean, I got mine frozen at Hopkins, which is one of the best hospitals in the US to do it.
Was it frozen with a sperm?
So
like fertilized?
No, I have 6 without. I had 2 with my ex, which I would not use, obviously, because we're no longer together. But the ones I would use do not have. So yeah, so I'd have to defrost them and then put the sperm. But my understanding is then you don't want to freeze them again. You want to put them in right away. Could they fail? Yes. There were studies that said when something's been frozen that long, but then the study saying no. I think in the end, I think it depends on if you're meant to have those children with those eggs and God intended, then you will have those children with those eggs. But it's better than not having them. It's insurance. And realistically, what I found out later, I froze my eggs at 37, but really you should be doing it at least before you're 30, because after 30, our fertility goes down and the quality of the eggs goes down. So what I didn't realize is even I was too late when I came to that discussion. So now the cost of it, mine fortunately was covered by insurance because I worked in the US at the time. And so, I don't know what the cost here is locally, but there are clinics here who are doing it now. And I think it's becoming a lot more acceptable. But also as I've gone through my life and I look at it, it's interesting because, in your 20s is when you're learning to discover who you are.
Yeah.
And your career is taking off. But I also see now that I look back, I can see why people have their children in their 20s.